Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try not to have this be a super long video because I have a headache. I'm not really feeling my best, but I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it, but I kept my promise to work on my fourth romance. I got to remember what number these books fall in because I'm just writing so many projects and working on so many things that it just sometimes is so hard for me to keep track of what it is. So this is romance number four. I don't know. I think I mentioned it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I have been working on this before. This has already been started. It actually started as a very, very small novella, kind of to like give my readers a little something after my first romance, but they wanted a full story. So, full story it is. But yeah, so wrote chapter 17 today. I was doing like a chapter a week before while I was working on other projects. Excuse me. Obviously, I told you guys I'm not feeling the best right now. Obviously, I didn't work on it last week for, a number of reasons. But yes, I did work on it today. I got through it pretty quickly, although I had YouTube up at the same time. I was watching reaction videos, and a reaction video for the movie Crash that came out in 2004 was on, and I definitely stopped to watch that, and I had to keep going back and forth. Luckily, I was at the end of the chapter where I kind of wanted to end it, because definitely I haven't seen that movie in so long, and the fact that there's actually somebody, excuse me, the fact that there's actually somebody on YouTube that is reacting to it, it kind of just like surprised me, and so it kind of surprised me. So it just had my attention. It's been such a long time since I've seen that movie. I forgot how good it was, and just watching reactions and all of that. Uh, but yeah, so I got chapter 17 done. So that's that. But I wanna do a rant because I had a rant yesterday, and so my rant in today's video is book covers and book cover artists. And you guys, I feel like at least all of the the indie artists or authors that I've come across, I feel like they are gatekeeping their cover artists, and it's so frustrating because I'm always researching cover artists, and I feel like it's one of the most difficult things that I've ever had to do. And trying to find somebody that will bring my vision apart, together, not apart, together. um I think the covers for the first three books of the Five Sisters will be at the end of this video. If not, I'll probably try to figure out a way to add them in here. But I found somebody to do that. Before I found somebody to do those covers, I actually made three covers just solely for the first book, Power, myself. That book has gone through four covers. Three of them I tried to make myself because I had kind of this vision and it was kind of hard to do it. And while I love the covers that I have, they work in a way, I guess, but there's a couple things. I lost my cover artist. I found the cover artist on Fiverr. They're not on Fiverr anymore. So because I want all of my books to look uniform, I'm like, I guess I could try to find somebody that could kind of try to keep that theme together. But like I said, my luck with finding cover artists has just not been the greatest. So I decided that they need another overhaul. So I had an idea for kind of how I wanted the cover for Forced, the fourth book that is coming out at the end of this month. And I did reach, I kind of just posted on Facebook about it. And someone that I knew from back when I lived in Brooklyn reached out to me and said, hey, I might have somebody that could do it for you. And they connected me with the person. And I gave them the concept that I had in my mind. And we were going to go through with it. And then a bunch of stuff happened and I had to pull out. I'm still thinking of reaching out to this person and having them make a cover for me. I'll pay them, and just to kind of see if it actually is the image that I want. In the meantime, and between time, Forced needs a cover. So I made a cover. I like the cover, I like the cover. And to kind of try to keep the theme, I made covers for the first three books as well. And that same thing. I haven't changed them because, as I said, there's still a whole bunch of other stuff that has to go up, and I want to make sure that the cover works. That cover for Force is at the end of this video, but I will put it. I'll try to move out of the way so I can put it somewhere on the screen so you guys can see it and tell me what you think of it. Um, I've looked at so many covers, trying to, pull from, not pull from them, but try to get like some type of inspiration or, trying to make sure I'm following some sort of thing. But honestly, I don't feel like my book is like other books, and that's not to try to be like, oh, my book is so original and so it not like that. I just don't think my book is like other books that follow the theme of like witches and witchcraft and everything, because while the sisters are witches, while there is magic in it, it's not the entire story, if that makes any sense. This story, the reason why I classify it as a paranormal drama is because of all the other stuff in the story. They don't fight demons. They're not in some like cult, or it's I don't want to give a whole lot away, but there is definitely a big family dynamic. There is a big ancestral aspect to it. There is a big I guess you could say family rivalry. Like there's other things to it besides the magic. The magic plays a part in it because it's who the sisters are, but it's not the entire thing. So I go back and forth on how this cover should look. So I like the cover. And like I said, I put it up there. I'll probably try to leave it up here for a little bit so you guys can tell me what you think. The chess board on the cover pretty much is kind of in theme of what happens inside the book. I like I said, I like it. Is it going to be the final cover? I don't know. Like trying to come up with covers for books and stuff is so frustrating, but that's beside the point. So moving on from the five sisters and my struggle with trying to find the correct cover for that, the theme, to so that people know what they're getting into with that cover. Let's move on to my romances, because I made a cover for A Different Kind of Love. I'll put that up here. And I mainly made that cover because I could not find, like I said, I've been struggling so hard to find a cover artist. And A Different Kind of Love is a part of a standalone series. It's a series of books that can be read as standalones, but they all follow the same world. Um, you always meet a character from one book, you've met them in a previous book. Um, for example, in the first book, we meet two characters that venture off into their own books. They two separate books. Uh, one of which I am working on now, and so I kind of, they don't have to be like a synchronized set of covers, but kind of like so you can kind of tell that they're from the same world. And I keep going back and forth between doing illustrated covers. I've seen a lot of illustrated covers, and I'm like, I like that. And I have an idea for the cover for A Different Kind of Love. Um, if it's illustrated. I also have seen some other ideas for more, I guess, urban uh, covers. And by urban, I mean by Black people featuring Black people. Because I know a lot of times when people like to say urban fiction and stuff like that, their definition of urban and the definition that the Black community has is different, you guys. It's just what it is. But yeah, so I've seen some other covers and I'm like, well, so I have an idea for another cover, but I don't know if I can create that second idea myself. I probably can. I just need to like buy the stock photos and all that stuff and try to get it together. But I've also, like I said, been thinking about doing illustrated covers. And so every time I come across an indie artist who is promoting their new book And oh, and the covers look so good. The illustration looks good. It's featuring Black characters, which is always a fear of mine. I know we try not to make things about race a lot, or at least I try not to, but it is what it is, you guys. My main character from A Different Kind of Love, my main female character is a Black woman. And I am trying to find an artist that would be able to do that justice, who will be able to create me a Black character, female character, without it seeming like, I don't know what the word is. Generic. I don't know what the word that I'm trying to use, but like, so I look through people's work. I've been on TikTok, I've been on Instagram, I've been on Fiverr. I've Googled. I'm like trying to find somebody that will bring me to work. And so the reason why I'm having this rant right now is I follow an author on TikTok, and she just released a book in August. She's getting ready to release another one, and today, I don't know if the video was from today or if it was from the last couple of days, but she did a cover reveal for her newest book. And the cover is beautiful. Cover is beautiful, Black characters, all of that. The same with the one that she released in August. And so for the video that she put up today, I commented, I was like, the cover is beautiful. Who's your cover artist? And the only thing that she said to me was, she's not on TikTok. I found her on Instagram. And I just want to be like, so can you give me a name to look for on Instagram? Like, why are we gatekeeping the cover artist? These people probably would like extra work. Like, why are we gatekeeping the cover artist? Um, so it's just like, it's very frustrating to me because she's not the only person that has done this. I've definitely have commented on other people's posts in the past, like, hey, who's your cover artist? And it'll just be like, oh, I found them on Instagram, or I found it, like, they just don't tell you, or they don't respond to the comment. And I'm just like, so like I said, you guys, I have a hard time. And then the other thing that makes it frustrating is with this whole AI business, the whole AI thing. I get it, you guys. We don't want to support AI because there are people out there who can create this work, and if we're using AI, we're taking that work from other people. I get it. My mom has a few times been like, why don't you just do AI to create your cover and you'll get exactly what you want? And I've thought about it, because since I can't seem to find anybody, I've thought about it. But then there's this whole conversation on TikTok where people are like, if you use AI for your book cover, I'm going to assume that you use AI to write the book. And I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me, because I definitely did not use no AI to write this book. Like, this was blood, sweat, and tears to write this book. So you mean to tell me that if I decide to go and to an AI generator and type in, excuse me. Okay, sorry. But yeah, so if I decide, since I can't come up with an idea or come up with somebody to help bring this idea to life, if I decide to use AI to create a cover, even if it's like temporary and I'm using it temporarily until I can find somebody to bring the real thing to life, like, you mean to tell me that you're going to assume that the book was written using AI? It's crazy. And then there's the other thing of authors hiring cover artists to do their work, and then learning later on that the artists who claimed that they took all this time to do this work actually used AI to create the cover. So then people are pulling their books down until they can get the cover redone, or they've got people basically blasting them for having a cover that was made with AI. It's very frustrating, because while we have that whole saying that goes, don't judge a book by its cover, we know that everybody does that. We know that that's what people do. They judge books by their cover. So it's like, if your cover isn't eye popping enough, or if your cover isn't pretty enough, or whatever, nobody's going to want to take the time to actually um, read your work. So it gets very frustrating, this whole, like, book cover business. And like I'm not the best at like trying to hire somebody to do work for me. I definitely am the type of person that prefers to do everything myself. And honestly, if I can sit and make a very eye-catching, pretty cover that goes with the theme of the book and all of that, um, I will do it myself. I have not had the best of luck. I can keep trying. I definitely want to keep trying, but it gets frustrating because I'm like I'm doing all of this research and I'm trying to find, and then it's like some people I've seen their work and I'm like it's so good, and then it's out of my budget. It's so far out of my budget. And so it just gets frustrating, but it's frustrating that there are some authors out there that are gatekeeping who their cover artist is. Like, I'm sure this cover artist would really like to get more work, to get more clients. And so it's like, why are you keeping the name of who your cover artist to yourself? I guess I could buy their books and see if they were kind enough to put the information on the inside of the book. Um, but yeah, just I don't know. That's my rant, you guys. What do you guys think? Like, let me know your whole talk on the cover, because I think I've bought like one book solely based off of the cover, and honestly, I can't even think of. Nope, you know what it is, ma'am. You know what it is? I probably have gotten others, but as of right now, there's a handful of books that I picked up solely because of the cover. And it's not even the cover that had the dust jacket on it, because these are hardcovers. These are books that, so there's a little library, and I might have mentioned it in a video like way back before I went on hiatus. There's a little library on the main street that I would walk down to on my way to work, and I would often stop there in the morning and check it out before I went to go grab my bus. I would stop there to check it out and see what they had in there. And they had some Jane Austen books in there, hardcover. The dust jackets is off of them. But these books are the covers on them. They're so cute. And the books are tiny and the covers are so cute. And that's why I picked them up. That's why I took them out. Am I going to read them? I don't know. I've never read a Jane Austen book a day in my life. Never. So, am I going to read these books? I don't know. I'm going to read half of the books on my bookshelf. Probably not. But I grabbed these books because of what the cover looked like. But I don't do that often. I'm more of a feeling type of person. What kind of mood am I in? Am I in the mood for romance? Okay, what kind of romance am I in the mood for? Am I in the mood for some fantasy? Am I in the mood for some thriller? Oh, you know what? I want to read a really good thriller, and I trust this author. And, I go off of moods, how I'm feeling. It's never about the cover for me. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for all of the other readers that are out there. So it becomes very frustrating because it's like I I believe that I have good books. And I also believe that what is stopping people from picking up the books are the book covers. And that frustrates me because I cannot seem to find a cover artist to bring any of my visions to life. But yeah, this video is already getting too long. I've had to stop a couple times because of Mr. He did a bad thing and he kind of upset me. Don't call for me. I'm upset. But yeah, so let me end this video here, you guys. As you see, I keep rubbing my eyes. That's not good, but yeah, I'm gonna end this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. And if you are not already subscribed, subscribe to my video, or to my page, my channel. This is a proof that I'm tired. I don't even know what I'm saying. Subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.